Hello, hi, welcome back to my channel everyone. So today what I'm going to be doing is fitting this RamAir Program Induction Kit to my 2022 Skoda Octavia MK4 vRS diesel. Yeah, I'm emphasising it's a diesel. You don't see many people upgrading their induction kits on a diesel. I just feel like I need some engine noise. Now, some of you may already know that I disabled the sound actuator, which is the fake engine noise that comes through the cabin. I turned that off using my OBD11 tool. And since then, the car feels a little bit silent and a little bit boring. So by fitting this, apparently there is a few benefits. I believe they could be subjective, I don't know, but I've done my research and I thought I'm gonna take a punt and see what happens. So we should get improved engine noise and a bit more throatiness. Apparently we should get a little bit more torque and also more BHP, which I don't know if that's going to be true or not, but let's see. So essentially what we're doing is increasing the airflow to the turbo, and that should give us more noise compared to the standard restrictive airbox. Now, this should be a very straightforward procedure. All we need to do is remove the old OEM airbox and replace it with new. However, I like to make jobs harder than they really are. Not on purpose, just I end up dropping bolts and stuff like that or breaking something. So it'll be interesting, but I'm sure we can get there. So the first thing I'm going to do is show you how the kit is assembled, and then we can remove the old air intake and go from there. Okay, so let's see what is in the box. First things first, we have got a manual and we've got a pleated air filter. You can get these in foam, but I wanted the pleated one because I think it looks better, in my personal opinion. Right, then got a rubber trim, nice powder coated bracket, another bracket, one silicone hose, guess what? Another bracket, and finally a bag of fixings with some rubber bungs and a RamAir sticker. Right, so here is everything that came out the box. This is really nice quality, you know? Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is take this bracket, and this basically goes on here, and then we use a couple of the screws and washers. These are the screws and washers we need to use. And look, they even give you an Allen key. Attention to detail. Right, so that's what it should look like. You should have two screws with lock washers there, two screws with lock washers there, and this is the bracket. It does show you in the manual, but I'm going to do it step by step with you anyway. The next step is to fit the rubber feet. So we've got 3 of these, 1, 2, 3. So literally one goes through here, like that. Next one, make sure they're in there, like swimwear, and then the third one goes on here. And there we have it, there's the rubber feet. The next step is to install the MAF bracket using the 3 bolts and lock washers. Right, and that is how it should look. Just gonna make sure all of these are nicely tightened up. Right, so then the next thing we've got to do is fit this edge trim to the bracket. I'm just gonna cut this like here. Beautiful. And then I'm going to use the leftover just to go around the inner circle here. So I've got enough trim to go along here, like the manual says, and all the way around. So I've just literally done this part here and then just around there. I think these are the 2 most important bits anyway. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is put the silicone hose through here, ready for the air filter. And we've got 2 of these hose clamps. So let's push the filter on. The hose clamp in ready. just positioning up the air filter, and I'm going to tighten this up, making sure that the screw head will be facing upwards, so if I need to get to it in the engine bay, it shouldn't be a problem to make any adjustments. Make sure it's nice and tight. Brilliant. So let's go and get the OEM airbox out. I'm interested to know, does anyone else like avocado? I love the stuff, especially on its own or with a little bit of black pepper. Yeah, like that. Bit of black pepper, you cannot go wrong. Okay, so here is the OEM airbox. As far as I'm aware, we disconnect this sensor here, unscrew this, pull it all out, and go from there. I was so keen I even put the sticker on first for a bit of good luck. Right, just gonna unplug the MAF sensor, like so. Next thing, I'm just gonna unscrew the hose clamp, just so it loosens off. This should just pull off now. Right, so that's the intake pipe off. Right, next thing is take the airbox out. It's on by 3 rubber feet, evidently. I can see 2. Don't know if the third one's like under here, but let's have a little pull and see what happens. There's 1, 2. Sounded like the third. There we go, that is out. I think that was the third point. Invisible is underneath. Right, next thing we've got to do is remove the actual MAF sensor from the airbox. Now there's a torque screw here. I'm gonna unscrew that and it should just twist out. It's a T25 bit. So I'm gonna screw that. Go to China with that. Right, so you can see here there's like a little bit of plastic which stops it, so you've got to twist it. And then, oh, that is out. So, 1 MAF sensor and 1 airbox. Ramair, where is step 11? We go 10, then we go 12. Where's 11? It can't be rocket science though, right? Let's get this back to its position. So the air filter should just sit in the housing, like so. Then the MAF sensor, oh, but before we do that, we'll put the Jubilee clip ready. And then the MAF sensor should, where does it go? I think it was like this. That should just go through and slot in. And then the arrow on here is the direction of airflow. I don't know if you can see that on camera. But yeah, essentially it's just going on the way it was before. Let's tighten this Jubilee clip up. Hose clamp, actually, technical term. Right, so that is the Jubilee clip on, tightened up. Made sure everything's nice and tight and ready. So we're gonna line these rubber feet up with the existing mounts. Make sure the battery cable doesn't get in the way because it looks like it can be a bit of a pain. There's 1. Right, that is in. Next step is to connect this hose back on. And tighten this hose clamp up. Make sure it's all aligned because you don't want to have any air leaks on this, on the pipes at least. Nice. And then we've got to plug in the sensor cable. Seems pretty tight now. Lovely. Then you'll see here this needs plugging. So this little plug came in the kit without dropping it, of course. Plugged. Lovely. Don't forget, take good care of your old filter. You never know when you may need it again. I've put the screw that I removed, the torque screw, back in here. I'm going to cover it all up, so if I ever need it, I can refit it. Right, so just had to make sure it's all nice and secure. Everything's on, all the bungs are in there. This cable looks a little bit tight, but it's fine. I'm going to keep an eye on it. It does say in the manual to obviously check back periodically, just make sure it's all okay, but I'm sure it's going to be fine. I keep thinking that says Ramair. So that is it for today's video. Thanks for watching. No, I'm only joking. You want to hear it, of course, don't you? Perfect. I left my keys under there then. That'd have been good. Right, moment of truth. Let's see what happens. That sounds naughty. I can hear that already. Let's give it a little rev. Oh, it's even got a bit of a shh. Oh, I love that. Oh my god, I love that. Oh, that's great. I love it, I love it, I love it. Alright, just listen to this now. You know what it sounds like? It sounds like when it had the sound actuator on, but this is like a real engine noise and you get the whooshing. So a good thing is there's no issues with the onboard computer. That noise, I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but it just sounds so good. I think we need to go for a spin. I can just hear that turbo whooshing, like just pulling away. I think I've entered the dark side here. I'm literally gonna want to do more mods to this, even though it's a dirty diesel. Oh, that does sound great, honestly. That sounds brilliant. I am chuffed for this. Right, let's take it on the dual carriageway. We've got to get it up to speed here, and I'm going to put it in sport mode and see what feedback we get. Yeah. Cruising along at like 50 and you can just hear the turbo like spooling. Oh, that's nice. It is a nice noise. It makes the car feel a lot more like sporty. It's probably gonna have the placebo effect where I'm thinking it's actually quicker. I feel like I'm 17 all over again when you put your little clip-on exhaust. Right, so if I cruise and then keep it in boost and then let off. Well, it's making me smile, so it's definitely worth it. I'll tell you one thing, I didn't know a diesel, I mean, I know they can make like noise, but I didn't know a diesel could make these kind of noises like noticeably from inside the cabin. So I'm quite impressed. I'm like one of those annoying kids when they just pass their test, they've got their exhaust on and they're just going to keep revving it all the time. I don't think I'll ever grow up. I don't know what mods I'm going to be thinking of next. This has got me triggered. Right, so that is all done. As you can see, I am really happy with that. It's just non-stop made me smile. It all went on fine, nice and easy. The only tools I actually needed was a T25 Torx bit and a flathead screwdriver for the hose clamps. You get a little Allen key with it, so it's just so simple to install. Take your time, it's nice and easy. Somehow I managed not to drop anything, so that was good. But I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up. It does sound really impressive. My only thoughts is, if you've got an Octavia vRS like this and you've got the engine noise in the cabin, I'm not sure if you'll hear it as much, but because I disabled the sound actuator, I can really hear it, and it does sound great. It's definitely taken me to the dark side now. I want to do more mods to this, because that's the first sort of like engine mod as such on this since I've owned it. So yeah, pretty excited about that. Time will tell how my car gets on with it. I'm sure it's all going to be fine. Like I say, there's no onboard computer errors or anything like that. It all went on fine, so the only thing I've got to do is periodically check it, make sure it's all in okay, and yeah, go from there. Now, if you're wondering, I paid just over £255 delivered for this kit directly from Ramair. I'm not sponsored or endorsed. Like most of the stuff on my channel, I actually buy if I feel like it's going to be of value to me, and then I'll put it on my channel if I think it could be of value to other people. Obviously, if you're going to buy one of these, do so at your own risk. First impressions are really good. Another thing I didn't mention is obviously this is a 2-litre TDI engine, which not only does that kit fit my car, apparently it also fits the Audi A3, the 8Y version, the VW Golf Mark 8, the VW Caddy MK4, and the Seat Leon Mark 4. So yeah, just thought I'd put that out there. I think that's going to be it for today's video. There's not much more to say. I just want to go out and drive it now, and yeah, just make a load of whooshing noises and feel like I'm 17 again. Thanks for watching. Hope you found this video useful, and I'll see you all again soon for the next one. Bye for now.